Yo, what's up? Hope you guys are all well. Today I'm recording at home because I'm working from home. So I'm just on my break, so I thought why not get this video done. Now, to address the elephant in the room, you may be wondering, why am I shirtless? Well, it's because it's hot, so get over it. And in today's video, I wanted to cover a topic that was actually requested by one of my friends. And that topic was forgiveness, but more specifically coming to terms with maybe actions or decisions you've made in the past that you may regret. So it's more so about forgiving yourself rather than forgiving other people, which I'm sure a lot of us can relate to. I'm sure there are things in your past that maybe you have some sort of regret or certain emotions around where maybe you wish you did things differently, because I know I definitely do. And I think it's good on a surface level to have these emotions, to have these feelings of, I think the word is regret, to best explain it or match it up with another word for, forgiveness. You're probably beating yourself up over something you've done in the past that brought you pain, or maybe brought someone you care about pain and you really wish you'd handled the situation or whatever differently. And I think the first step on that journey to forgiving yourself is simply just identifying that emotion within you, identifying what things have happened in your past that you're not completely proud of. Because, to be completely honest, I think that in itself is an achievement, because not a lot of people even reflect on their past actions in the first place. If you're watching my videos or you're watching this video, you're probably one of those people that you do reflect on your life. You reflect on the way you've acted in the past, whatever the decisions you've made. And it might seem like common sense, but as I've noticed growing up, common sense is not so common, and not many people actually self-reflect to a decent standard. So I think if you do have feelings of regret, or you're struggling to forgive yourself for something you've done in the past or haven't done, for example, maybe you wish you did something that you didn't do, like took action. I think the first step is identifying that. And once you identify what the event was that triggers that emotion within you, then you can move on to the next step, where you'll try to get a better understanding of where you were at that point in time. Because most of us, when we make decisions throughout life on the go, none of us intentionally make a bad decision. I think that's fair to say. No one wakes up and is like, today I'm going to make a bad decision. Whatever the event or happening was that you now have feelings of regret about, or you're struggling to forgive yourself for, I'm sure in the moment you were acting with the best intentions. Let's say maybe you weren't. Well, then we can move on to the next step from there, which is understanding that you're human. And let's say you did act in a way that wasn't completely conscience congruent with yourself, or let's say you lashed out because you got emotional at someone. Maybe you said hurtful words or did something you shouldn't have, whatever it was. Well, then I think it's important from that step to understand that you're human, and you're not going to be 100% at the top of your game and maintaining your frame and composure 100% of the time. No one's really like that. No one's 100% at their best all the time. Some people do slip up. Everyone. Everyone slips up. Everybody makes a mistake here and there. And I think it's important not to beat yourself up too much for not being perfect, because none of us are. Now, I'm not too sure what the person that requested this video, what was on their mind or what happened in their past that they can't really forgive themselves for. So this is more so just me speaking broadly based off my experience, but growing up I made a few decisions where at the time felt like the right decision, but then now that I'm a bit older and a bit more mature, I would have done things differently back then. But that's kind of just life. And for years, I kept beating myself up, wishing I had done things differently. Literally wishing like humans would invent a time machine so I could go back and change everything I did. But that's just not how life is. No, those events or experiences that have happened all in our past that may be negative, it's kind of all contributed to the person you are today. So if none of that ever happened, you would not be the person you are right now. And you would not be the type of person you are right now where you're questioning those past actions and you're trying to become a better person as a result of it. And now that it's been some time since maybe the person that requested this video made whatever mistake they made, or they're beating themselves up over something, but your story's not finished. Life still goes on, so you can still make positive changes in the right direction that may, let's say you hurt someone else, that you become a better person so you start helping people instead. Or it's hard to put in, I find it hard to put into words, but you can still redeem yourself. Let's say you are beating yourself up over something, you're still here right now. So you can still make positive changes, whatever they may be, to become a better person. Become a better person for yourself, become a better person for those around you, for strangers, be a nicer person to interact with. And we're not all 100% at the top of our game all the time. We're not all the nicest people to be around. Sometimes we may feel a bit down or whatever, but I think if you approach life with that mindset where you do want to be better and you understand there's going to be ups and downs and that no one's perfect, well then I think that'll help you come to terms with having that regret or not being able to forgive yourself. Because it's important to reflect on your past actions. It is important to think about things you've done in the past and how you would approach that situation differently in the future. That's really good. But staying stuck on it is just going to hold you back from living your life and then growing in other areas as well. In its simplest form, it's to become a better person. Because understanding that you might not have been the nicest person in the past, it is what it is. So all you can do right now is focus on today rather than living in the past to become a better person. As I said before, for everyone. Better person for yourself, better person for your family, for your friends, for the random people you come across in the world. Like, I think when you can't forgive yourself if you're living in the past, because you'll be forever living in that moment. That feeling of regret, whatever emotions you feel, will just bring it towards your present right now. So you're kind of just living in the past rather than focusing on the time you have right now to take steps in the right direction to become a better person, whatever that means for you. Me personally, for the things in my past that I regretted, it mainly came down to how I treated the people around me. I think how I treated my siblings, because my family situation growing up, sometimes it was a bit rocky. And because I'm the eldest sibling, it felt like all that pressure was on me. But then I sometimes forget, I didn't forget, but I never really thought about this until I was older, that my sisters were going through the exact same things I was going through in the household. But I, for whatever reason, just thought I was the one suffering through it all, when my sisters were there the whole time and I kind of just ignored that. So one step I'm trying to do right now is understanding that maybe in the past I wasn't the best brother, But now waking up every day and just wanting to be that nicer person, to set a good example, to build up myself financially so then I can better support them in whatever they need to do as well. Yeah, just speaking to them more often, giving them calls, or just in a group chat, sending them messages, trying to stay connected rather than distant like I used to be. So to break it down into like 3 steps, number 1 would be identifying what the event was that you have regrets or you can't forgive yourself over. 2 is understanding that nobody's perfect. We all have regrets. And from there, head on to 3, which is live in the present. Rather than being focused on what happened in the past. Number 3, you want to live in the present and do whatever you can right now and tomorrow and the day after to make up for whatever regrets you have or the actions you made that made you feel bad about yourself. So wake up every day, want to be better. That's the easiest way to put it. What's happened in the past is in the past, but you're here right now. So become a person you're proud of right now, and then give that person back out to the world, because that's what I'm trying to do. And I reckon that's a good mindset and frame to have. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat my food because it's probably cold now. But I hope you guys really enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon. Peace.